Hey, what is going on, gang? I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. I wanted to come on here and go over one of my losers from last Friday. It was on Nvidia. I made a video, I think 2 days ago, on my winner on PDD, and I said I was going to make a video on my loser. So here we go. So I traded Nvidia to the upside, and I'll just review how this kind of worked out. So going on my stocks screener, I seen Nvidia was one of the leading stocks on the stock screener. It had a, we'll just stop this. So I seen that it had a volume of 71 million, so it fits my criteria of volume of at least a million, a market cap of at least 50 billion, and it had a pre-market volume of, let's move this over. It had a pre-market volume of 279. Oh no, the pre-market volume. Oh yeah, it was 483,000. So pre-market volume of 400, of almost half a million, and it had a relative volume of above 1. So a relative volume means that the average trading volume. So the average trading volume here was greater than it is on average. So I felt like Nvidia could make a good move either to the upside, to the downside. We could see some volatility, which would then give us opportunities to find good trades. So now I open up my Nvidia chart and I look at my 1 hour time frame, and everything that I do, whether it's the hour time frame, 4 hours, daily chart, it's what I feel comfortable with. And sometimes I go through all the time frames and see what or just to find what gives me an idea of the trend. So if we go on the 4 hour, we see that Nvidia was, and I'll also explain how I made these mistakes. So on the 4 hour, we see Nvidia is in a downtrend. If we look at the 1 hour, we see that Nvidia is in a downtrend. So I should have been thinking downside, but I was caught in the FOMO of that really big green day the day before, that I kind of missed out on. So I wanted, or I came in with a bias, not following my plan. So we see Nvidia is on a downtrend, and then I jump onto my 15 minutes right here, and we can look at our, we'll turn this off for now, and we can look at our supply and demand levels that it gives us. So knowing that in pre-market Nvidia was sitting at about $120, I went for these supply and demand levels. So I went here, I charted one below it and one above it, and then I turned that off. So I have some levels that I can look at. And what I've also been doing lately is also looking at the day before. So looking at the day before for Nvidia and looking for any levels of importance, things that can help us find some levels that can be either reversals or some volatility. So for Nvidia, I seen $120, a little bit up here, because this worked as a resistance level, and I seen it break through that in pre-market. And then I charted this level as well right here, about right here. And this isn't perfect, but this kind of, it broke out, used this area as support, and then used this area as support again. So I kind of liked that. So looking at this, instead of using, and let's turn on the 50-day moving average. So I'll show you my mistakes. So instead of paying attention and seeing that Nvidia broke below this zone. It broke below the 50-day moving average. I should have been already thinking puts in this area. That would have been a good trade, because then I have 3 confirmations on what is going on. Where I made my mistake was right here. This is where I entered for calls. So I seen Nvidia break through here and come to this blue line, and I'm like, okay, it's coming towards this demand zone. It's coming towards yesterday's support level around midday. We can bounce through here, and maybe that would have been a good trade if we broke through the 50-day moving average, you know. And even then it wouldn't have been a great trade, because we have the supply level above, so our risk to reward isn't that high. If it breaks through here, it can find some resistance here, so you're going from, this is only 40 cents move. So that's where I made my mistake. What would have been a better trade is obviously buying put once we broke below this zone, because like I said, we broke below the 50-day moving average, a past support level, and a demand zone, and that would have been a better trade, and we hold until we start retesting the 50-day. So that's all, guys. I just wanted to go over that trade. I ended up taking like a 10 or 15% loss on this trade, but I will, let's see what the markets are doing right now just before we end this video. So we can see the overall market is perhaps going to open in the green if things stay like this, up about 0.5%. But we see oil is also going up steadily, about to test this moving average. So that's all, guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'm not sure if there's any news that's coming out this week, any Fed meetings or anything, so we'll check on those as well. But take care, guys. Peace.